Well, as you can see, the party here is really in full swing. But amongst the guests here, the buzz on Madonna is that for the last few months have been so controversial.
No, you're not kidding. Some people say any publicity is good publicity, but you know, there's a lot of flack over those negative headlines.
Well, one thing's for sure, Madonna's well schooled in scandal. Pop culture's lurid lightning rod began conducting her own storms of current sexual controversy back in 1990. When her Justify My Love record was deemed too raunchy for MTV, she spun the ban into pure marketing magic. The libido torpedo turned the song into a video single and peddled it for $9.95. She even justified Sex for Sales as a campaign against, of all things, censorship. Madonna then pulled off another cunning stunt on her maiden publishing venture in 1992. Hyped as the media event of the year, she unleashed a pillow picture book of kinky capers and erotic text. It made headlines when Japan banned it. Even more headlines when the FBI was called in to investigate some of the pilfered pictures. The stroke of genius was keeping it under wraps. Result, Madonna Mania, to plunk down $49.95 a copy. Some fans even lined up for $1 a peek in private back booths. Partially shot in Miami Beach, in public no less, these exclusive behind-the-scenes show some of the most X-rated moments the censors would allow on television. Don't worry, we won't show you Madonna's water sports with Isabella Rossellini, nor her sun lotion motion with Naomi Campbell, and especially not the potty training with Vanilla Ice. Its literary launch was a star-studded media blitz. Only the guests seemed to be in on the joke, that kinky sex could be unleashed on the public as a slick sales tool. Amid the leather and lace extravaganza of domination and degradation, Madonna made her grand entrance dressed as an innocent Heidi. She had the last laugh amid couples feigning sex in a mock-up dungeon. America lapped it up. Proving that S&M also stands for sex and money, her book sold 500,000 copies in the first week and also spawned an album. But after 3 late-night airings, MTV pulled the plug on Erotica, citing its lusty lyrics as too hot to handle. Seizing the moment, Madonna again blasted them for censorship. Yet, it's the same outspoken champion of free speech who tried to silence us. Madonna's next artful shocker was at a fashion benefit when opportunity knocked. PR-wise, it ranked as a crowning moment. The world's press clamoring to capture a one-woman headline machine, giving them the kiss-off. Madonna grabbed even more attention by hinting at a bisexual whirl with comedienne Sandra Bernhard. A catfight followed later when she accused the superstar of snatching away her girlfriend. A miffed Bernhard vocally complained to radio's controversial Howard Stern.
Sandra was really mad. Sandra's one of those women who says what she feels.
Model gal Ingrid Casares reportedly met a topless Madonna hosting an all-girl 1991 New Year's Eve party. Sparks flew, apparently causing such friction between the former couple that New York columnist Richard Johnson claimed the star KO'd Sarah's big record deal. Madonna began 1993 with Body of Evidence, a sex movie touted as a bombshell that some critics said was instead a bomb. They cringed at its contrived kinkiness, even laughing during the crime drama that Madonna wanted to be taken seriously. After just a few weeks, it vanished from movie theaters. The word on Body is that rigor mortis had set in. Has she gone too far this time? Has the turn-on become a turn-off? Predictably, Madonna could care less.
I think that I'm misunderstood, but I think that's okay. I don't expect everyone to get everything that I'm about.
If Madonna has any skeletons left in her closet, author Randy Taraborelli knows all about them. Our first guest up here, away from the party and in the VIP room at the Palladium, wrote best-selling biographies on Michael Jackson and Diana Ross. Now he's taking on Madonna. And tonight, you get the advance peek right now before the full release of his new book, Shock Value. Randy, welcome.
How you doing, boy? You know how to throw a party down there.
It is a party.
Yeah.
Now, Randy, you've spent over a year researching Madonna. So
Yes.
I want to ask you, what is left about Madonna, the woman that is of shock value, that shocked you and is going to shock us here tonight?
Well, you know, I thought in beginning the book that Madonna was pretty much an open book to all of her fans, and I discovered that really she is an open chapter of an otherwise very closed book. She's a very controlled woman, a very controlling woman. I'm fascinated by this lady. She is so contradictory in so many ways.
Is she a tough, what we would call mogul? Is she a ruthless, iron-fisted woman behind the desk of power?
Definitely, but she also has this driving need to be accepted, you know, but she's very smart, and I think most people don't get Madonna. And what I wanted to do with my book was I wanted to explain her. You know, I wanted to, you look at pictures of Madonna and she's writhing on the floor without any clothes on, and you think you're just looking at pictures of a naked woman on the floor. But what you don't understand about Madonna is that she is constantly testing the limits of society's pros and cons in sexuality by overstepping those boundaries, and that's what she's all about. She's about overstepping her boundaries.
There was a romance with Warren Beatty during
Yes.
the filming of Dick Tracy.
Yes.
Now, for once, Madonna didn't get her way. It didn't turn out the way she wanted it, right?
No, Madonna was very much in love with Warren Beatty, and she really wanted to have his children, and she thought that relationship would work. And you know, Warren has been with a long string of lovers, from Joan Collins to Barbara Streisand to Julie Christie, and the list goes on and on and on. Unfortunately, Warren's mother, Kathleen, who was in her 80s, didn't like Madonna and felt that Madonna was just a little bit too risque for her son.
Would Madonna have had the babies with or without marriage to Warren?
I don't think Madonna believes that marriage is necessary to have children, but she does believe in romance, and I found her to be very romantically inclined, and she would do anything that she could to please Warren. Warren had said that she's a nice girl, but you can't take her anywhere, you know, because you never know what she's going to say or how she's going to look. And Madonna threw a surprise birthday party for Warren, and to appease him, she dressed down. She was very, very conservative with you know, the beautiful gown, and she tried to make herself the ideal woman in his life. And also, she gave him a very expensive painting for a birthday present, and I find the little stories to be telling, you know. Warren put the painting away behind the couch and didn't really want to be bothered with it. Madonna went to his home, she went and found the painting, she got into the kitchen, got a hammer, hung the painting over his couch, and when Warren got home from the studio, he was really annoyed by that because he felt she was taking over. You know, she does like to take over.
That's Madonna. Shock Value is going to tell us about Madonna's plans for Marilyn Monroe in the Michael Corder picture.
Yeah, Madonna's been asked by Dino De Laurentiis to play Marilyn in the film version of The Immortals, which should be very interesting. And also, she has her sights set on Honey West, which was an Anne Francis vehicle in the 60s. Anne was nominated for an Emmy Award for her TV show Honey West. And Madonna, I understand, plans to take the Honey West character to the movie, so that should be very interesting too.
I just hope that Madonna doesn't wind up the way that Marilyn wind out.
No, because Madonna is much too much in control of her life, and she knows exactly what she wants, and she knows exactly how to go about it. But Marilyn really didn't know what she wanted.
All right, well, you're going to go back to the party and enjoy yourself.